Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spot ladder, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule sets of the VGC 2018 season. So we kicked off the week this week, playing that Salamence team, that Dragon Dancing Salamence team. We haven't got to feature the Dragon Dance yet, but we did get to feature Salamence and its Z-move yesterday. Had some really good games to kind of kickstart the week. We played Titovic, a very strong and well-known Spanish player from the community. In our first game, there was just orangey all over the place, quick claws going off, rock slides missing, stone edge is missing, but we kind of got through that and then had a great game against Joseph in our second game, who had that blissey, and we managed to get through that alright. But now we're into today. Hope you're all well, and we have our first opponent of the day playing a team of Tapu Fini, Togedemaru, Mandibuzz, Arcanine, Garchomp and Celesteela. So what do we do here? Because the Fini causes and puts a lot of pressure on, like a bit like Lele does with those Moonblasts, especially if it's a Specs variant. But you've got to imagine because of the Mandibuzz, it's maybe a Calm Mind variant. So Persian could be quite good here, and we could potentially get a Dragon Dance off, which could be good. I think we need to try and deal with the Togedemaru before we can unleash Encore. I do want to bring Encore to this game though. Or do we bring Arcanine? Let's go Encore and Snorlax, and let's see how we get on in this first one today. I do like the inclusion of Togedemaru with Mandibuzz though, and also Mandibuzz and Marowak. I just like the Lightning Rod support with Mandibuzz in general. It just makes it awkward to kind of really play against, because you're generally looking at hitting it with either a Fairy or an Electric type attack to get rid of it, but when you've got that Lightning Rod support, it makes it super difficult for your opponent to kind of get around. So do you see my opponent lead off with Tapu Fini and Togedemaru? We'll likely just trade Fake Outs here. So I could take this opportunity to try and go for a Dragon Dance, because my opponent might try and Encore my Persian into Fake Out. Like, I Fake Out the Fini, they predict that and just Encore my Persian. I don't mind that too much if I do get the Dragon Dance off. Do get the Fake Out. We might just trade Fake Outs. And there's the Encore. So it gives Salamence that free turn that we kind of need. Get that Dragon Dance off. Now it does mean we're going to have to adjust our board position going into this next turn. But it does mean that Salamence is going to be outspeeding everything. So we will have to switch out Persian here. And I think I'm going to bring in Snorlax. Or do I bring in Coco? Because Coco, we could... No, I think we bring in Snorlax here. It's going to be able to take any combination of attacks a lot better than the Coco. So let's see what my opponent goes for. Togedemaru withdrawing. Is it Arcanine? Garchomp coming in. Okay. We just protect, and let's see what this Fini goes for. Moonblast into that Salamence. Okay. So we could Z-fly into the Fini here, to be honest. And start a Curse as well. So no Protect coming out from my opponent. I wonder if this is a Specs Fini. If it is, we've got a good chance to take it down. We're not intimidated, and it's less likely to be massively bulky. So +1 Supersonic Sky Strike should be doing a big chunk of damage. If we can take this Fini down, that's pretty huge for us here. We are able to. That's massive. Let's see what this Garchomp goes for. It's going for a Tectonic Rage. It's going to be into the Snorlax, but we'll be able to take that. We'll just proc our Berry. And we will get a curse off as well in the process. Which makes things a little awkward for when the Togedemaru comes back onto the field, because it can lock us into curse. Okay, so let's see. Togedemaru coming back in. Now Togedemaru must be aware that we probably have Earthquake, but I am going to go for an Earthquake with Salamence right now. I'm going to go for a double edge into the Garchomp as well with Snorlax. So there's the fake out into Salamence. Garchomp going for a Rock Slide. Salamence avoids. So whatever I did when I was making this team, I don't know what I did when breeding, but bred into them that they don't want to be hit by Rock Slides. So we get that decent damage off onto Garchomp here. I'm going to go for an Earthquake, and I'm just going to recycle with Snorlax. If we get through the turn, we should take an Earthquake from Salamence. And hopefully we can get a recycle off. So we see Garchomp switch out. Togedemaru going to stay in. It's probably Sash though, you've got to imagine. Snorlax does take it. We do take the Togedemaru down to its Sash. Hopefully it attacks into the Salamence. The Zing Zap. Into Snorlax. And it does take us down. Which is slightly unfortunate, but not the worst thing in the world, because we can bring in Persian, or do we bring in Tapu Koko? Let's bring in Persian. So I'm just going to go for another Dragon Dance, because I can imagine... The Togedemaru hasn't revealed Spiky Shield yet. Has it? It's just if I could Earthquake and then just fake out the Celesteela, but we need to get rid of the Togedemaru to get Tapu Koko in. There's a Spiky Shield coming out from the Togedemaru. We're going to fake out the Celesteela. We could have went for a fly there, but... So we're going to unintentionally damage our own Persian. Which isn't ideal, but... because of our fluffy ability, we'll be able to take that quite comfortably. It's Earthquake again, and just taunt the Celesteela. Stop it protecting, stop it leech seeding. Togedemaru is going to withdraw. Garchomp's going to come back in. We will take the Garchomp down with an Earthquake. And maybe we proc our berry on our Persian in the process of this Earthquake. That would be kind of nice if we do. I think we're just out of berry range though. Just slightly unfortunate. We do get a taunt off into that Celesteela. And it just goes for a heavy slam into Salamence. Okay. Does a huge chunk of damage as well. Go for another Earthquake and then we go for a parting shot, I think, this turn. Yeah. Because we'll get the Earthquake off before we parting shot. Togedemaru can only fake out one thing. Fakes out the Persian. Is that Poké Berry? No. Okay. I wonder if Persian takes this though. Doesn't. Okay. So Celesteela. And it will go for an attack now. Depends where its Beast Boost is, I guess. We'll soon find out. If it's in any attacking sort of move, then we're fine. Special defense. Not ideal. But it is taunted, so we should be able to get 2 Thunderbolts off onto it. Is going to be able to take at least 1 Thunderbolt, probably. We are running Modest, Life Orbed, Encore, so we'll see. We should take at least 1 Heavy Slam. There's the T-Bolt. Let's see. Yeah, it just hangs on. Take a little bit of recoil. Heavy Slam. Do take it. But, let's see. Even if the taunt wears off, it can't protect forever. Yeah. But we can quite easily just clean this up now with a T-Bolt. Celesteela going to protect. It's going to need about 20 protects though to get the health back it needs to take another T-Bolt, unfortunately. But you could stall out the electric terrain, I guess. But you're going to still need like another 3 or 4 protects to do that. So we'll just lock into protect and we should be able to pick this game up. Celesteela going for protect again, it fails, and Coco is going to be able to clean this game up. So good game to my opponent and another nice win for ourselves. Critical hit there just to make sure. And good game to Alex. And we'll move on to our next opponent. Hopefully it's another good one. I am enjoying the team so far. It's got some nice quirks about it. I did have some games before we started recording Monday's episode just to get a kind of like just a basic feel for the team before we started playing it. And you can probably still hear there is still fireworks outside, and what I'm doing this week, guys, is pre-recording pretty much as many episodes as I can because the global link closes on the 10th of November. So if I haven't got all of our School of Hard Knocks and Battle Spot Doubles episodes done by the 10th, then we have no episodes ready to go when Ultra Sun, when after the global link closes. So we have to wait until Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon come out. So that's not going to be good. So I'm going to try and get as much as I can squeezed out of myself in the next few days to make sure that we've got all that content to carry us right up to when Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon come out. So it'll be the Friday before the games come out, and then on the Monday exciting things are going to be happening, aren't they? Because we're going to have the new games in our hands. We're going to be playing through, getting well in depth with the games themselves and learning about everything new that is included in those games. And I can't wait. Like, we're going to have we've got, what have we got? The new Ultra Beasts. We've got Rainbow Rocket, Rainbow Team Rocket, which is insane, which is cool. We'll probably have some new Ultra Beasts, hopefully, maybe some new Alola forms. It'll be amazing, and I would expect probably some more Z moves to come out as well. We've already got that Como Z move, which is insane, so I'm sure there'll be other ones as well. But before then, we need to concentrate on now, because we've got our next opponent of the day playing a very cool looking team with that very cool Pokemon Whimsicott combined, and alongside the Arcanine, Tapu Koko, Celesteela, Garchomp and Tapu Lele. So interesting to see Tapu Lele kind of paired up with Whimsicott there, because in most situations, you know, the Psychic terrain kind of contradicts the Prankster ability. Nice thing is though that we've got Persian in the team to kind of deal with Whimsicott, especially if it's got nature power. It's not going to be able to fire those attacks off into us as freely as it wants to. So I think here I'll lead off with Persian. I will bring Tapu Koko. Probably want Arcanine as well. And do I want Snorlax or Celesteela here? I think Snorlax is really good. Celesteela is also nice. Nice switch into Lele as well, and Garchomp. But I'm kind of swaying towards Snorlax because we've got more offensive pressure with it than we have with Celesteela. So, good luck to my opponent, and let's get into this next game. And like I mentioned on yesterday's episode, guys, I will just mention again, if you haven't seen, on Saturday this last weekend, I uploaded a 1,000 subscriber special video. So if you haven't seen it, do go and check it out. There is some cool prizes to win in the prize giveaway that we've got on there. So just go watch it, enter, and good luck, because we will be announcing the winners of that prize draw on Friday this week. So it should be very exciting. You see my opponent lead off with Tapu Lele and Whimsicott. We do discover that Tapu Lele is not scarfed, so that is quite good information going into this turn. Now what do I want to do? I could parting shot into the Whimsicott. I could go for a Moonblast though. Could have Moonblast. I definitely want to Volt Switch, I think. Let's parting shot and Volt Switch into the Wimmy. I can't see it protecting. I can see that maybe the Lele protecting here while a Tailwind gets set up. No protect coming out at all. Tailwind getting set up from that Whimsicott. So we will get a parting shot off into the Wimmy. What I'm going to do here is bring an Arcanine on that Persian slot, because it's more likely that we see, well, if anything comes into that slot, it will be a Moonblast, so we will be able to take that a lot more comfortably than the Persian would have been able to. And I'll get a Volt Switch off as well with Encore, and we'll bring in Snorlax. Which, just because of its bulk, it will be able to take those Psychics, if that is the choice of attack, into that slot. Again, a lot easier than the Coco would be able to. We have got access to a berry. We just need to be careful in front of the Whimsicott what we kind of go for, because you can't freely just curse in front of it. There's always the threat of Taunt and Encore. Although with the Psychic Terrain up on the field, I don't need to worry about that too much. So we do see the Lele just revealed Dazzling Gleam is Life Orbed as well. Now, do a switch Arcanine out into Persian. That's definitely an option I could go for. We're likely to see maybe a Psychic come out into that slot. But I feel like we take a Psychic from this range. Even Life Orbed with Arcanine, because we are pretty bulky. I mean, one thing we could do is actually just be a bit safer and go for a double edge into the Lele with Snorlax, protect our Arcanine. And then the next turn, that Lele should be in extreme speed range, so we could switch in the Coco for our Snorlax and just extreme speed, pick up the KO onto the Lele. So you see a Taunt come out. It's interesting because that Whimsicott is not Prankster. Do you see a Psychic into the Arcanine? We get the double edge into the Lele like we kind of were planning. So this next turn we do go for that extreme speed into the Lele, and we'll switch out Snorlax into Coco, get that electric terrain up, and remove the problem child Lele from the field. All going well, of course. So I wonder if that Whimsicott's Chlorophyll. It might be Infiltrator as well. So Coco coming out, we get the extreme speed off into Lele. We will pick up the KO there, which is nice. And what's this Wimmy gonna go for? Fake Tears. Interesting. into Coco. We still need to keep in mind that the Tailwind is still active on my opponent's end of the field. And what's going to come in? Is it going to be something that can take advantage of that fake tears? It is Coco. Okay. I'm going to Flare Blitz and I'm going to Volt Switch into the Wimmy. We might... You can only attack into one thing. So Fake Tears, it's going to be into the Arcanine, you've got to imagine. And a T-Bolt coming out into that slot as well. Discharge. Didn't expect that. Both targets take it though. But Arcanine gets paralysed, which is a bit unfortunate. We do proc that berry. Now hopefully Arcanine isn't fully paralysed this turn. We do get the Volt Switch off into the Wimmy, so we'll reset the Fake Tears drop that we've taken. And we can get Persian back in, which might be quite nice. So do we go for Snorlax? Probably go for Snorlax rather than Persian in this situation. Let's pray that Arcanine is not fully paralysed. It's not, and we get the Flare Blitz off, so we will be able to get rid of that Wimmy. But this next turn we're going to have to adjust our board position a little bit more, because Arcanine is going to be in definite range of a discharge. Tailwind does end for my opponent. Let's see, is it the Garchomp? Maybe. Celesteela. Okay. Right, so we need to really be very, very careful with our Arcanine. And our Tapu Koko, because we're going to need both of them to deal with that Celesteela. And I think we're going to have to try and deal with this Tapu Koko. Now, do we go for a Curse here or just a... No, let's just go for a high horsepower. Tapu Koko going for a Thunderbolt into Persian. We are going to take that. Paralysis again, not great. It will proc our berry though. We will get a high horsepower off with Snorlax. We'll probably see a Leech Seed come out from the Celesteela, you've got to imagine. Flash Cannon. Okay. Guess that's better. That should just proc our berry though. And we will get a high horsepower off into this Coco. A horsepower... Excellent. Okay. So I'm gonna just fake out Celesteela here, and I'm just gonna double edge into the Coco. Hopefully Persian's not paralysed. We can stop the Celesteela. Like, the Coco might protect here on the fake out. No protects coming out. We do fake out the Celesteela, so stop it moving this turn, and we are going to see... Is this a Gigavolt Havoc? Okay, we didn't see this coming, and this is probably into the Snorlax. And this will pick up the KO. Or will it? No, I've got too much health. Snorlax gets a double edge off into the Coco. I thought we had a lot less health with Snorlax at that point, so that's why I thought we'd get killed. But we managed just to hang on by the skin of our teeth. And Persian hopefully should still outspeed Celesteela, so I'm gonna go for a... No, we don't want to allow it to get a Leech Seed off. That's the thing. Let's got flash cannon though, hasn't it? Okay. Yeah, let's go for it all. Unless it's assault vested. Let's go parting shot. And let's go recycle. And my opponent just forfeits. I think they should have played that out there because we had very low health Tapu Koko. We had a paralyzed Arcanine, paralyzed Persian as well, and Snorlax. Depending on if the Persian probably would have outsped. Would it have done? So like 90. It probably would have outsped the Celesteela unless it had some big speed investment. But we could have been fully paralysed that turn, so you never know what would have happened. But very good game to my opponent regardless. And another good episode, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Do let me know your thoughts and comments about the team. If you've got any questions about the games or plays that we've made or anything like that, or any suggestions with how you would improve the team going forward. But I really am interested to hear your thoughts on this. But we'll leave it there for now. You guys go and have an amazing night, whatever you're doing, morning, afternoon, whatever time of day it is. And we will be back for another fun-packed episode of the School of Hard Knocks tomorrow, followed by a Battle Spot Doubles episode. And hopefully we've got a best of 3 battler. As I'm recording this, I'm still working something out. So I don't know if we're going to have one this week or not. If we don't, then we'll drop in another Battle Spot Doubles episode. Just to fill that slot, which I'm sure everyone will be happy to see regardless. So that'll be really a lot of fun anyway. And then we've got the stream on Thursday, and then we'll finish up on Friday, go into next week, and then we've got that week, 5 days till Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon come out, which is hype is getting real right now. So yeah, that's it, guys. Have a great evening. Thank you so much. Leave a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. It does really help the channel out. If you're new to the channel, do subscribe so you stay up to date with all of the content that we've got coming out. VGC centric, and we'll be kicking off Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon style very soon, as soon as those games do drop. So until next time, guys, you take care of yourselves, and I will see you all later. Thanks as always for tuning in. Have a great time whatever you're doing, and until next time, I will see you then. So until then, bye bye.